Lucy had just gone to the bathroom on the plane, never expecting it would save her life. Just as she was about to return to her seat, the plane suddenly shook violently. Lucy was thrown into the air by the weightlessness. When she woke up, she found chaos all around her. She tried to get out but couldn't open the door, so she had to kick it open forcefully. But when the door finally opened, Lucy was stunned. The plane had crashed on a snowy mountain. She realized she had survived a plane crash. Seeing bodies scattered everywhere on the ground, she urgently searched for other survivors, only to find nothing but corpses. Lucy shouted desperately, but only the howling wind and snow answered her. Just as she was sinking into deep despair, she thought she heard a faint cry for help. Following the sound, Lucy hurried over to investigate and discovered a survivor beneath the aircraft wreckage. Lucy quickly rescued the man. With the blizzard intensifying, they needed to avoid freezing to death, so they swiftly returned to the cabin to search for supplies. Lucy then led the man back to the bathroom, the only place that could shield them from the storm. They covered themselves with blankets and huddled together for warmth. This was how they survived that difficult first night. The next day, they faced another critical problem: how to survive in this extreme environment. The previous night's snow had completely buried the bodies on the ground, and the surrounding mountains stretched endlessly as far as the eye could see. Their newly kindled hope of escape plummeted instantly. The man suggested heading down the mountain immediately, otherwise, they would freeze to death before rescue arrived. But Lucy didn't want to do that. In these vast, endless snowy mountains, she believed waiting for rescue was the safest option. This led to a disagreement between them. The man didn't want to wait for death, so he decided to descend alone. Watching his retreating figure, Lucy finally gave in. After all, their chances of survival were better together. However, they still underestimated the mountain's dangers. They trudged through thick snow with difficulty, climbing over steep mountain peaks where one slip could send them plummeting to their death. After a long while, they reached the mountain's edge, the only way out of here. They had no choice but to risk climbing down the cliff. This was extremely difficult for Lucy, who had a fear of heights. She lost her footing and almost fell, but the man caught her just in time. They climbed down with difficulty and finally reached the mountainside, but this section was 10 times steeper than above. Lucy felt dizzy just looking down. They had to carefully move sideways, but soon ran out of path. There were no more rocks ahead to support their movement. They were trapped with no way forward or back. In this critical moment, the man suddenly had an idea. He leaped down and landed right on a tree. With the tree cushioning his fall, he survived successfully. He quickly told Lucy this method worked and urged her to jump toward the tree. But for Lucy, with her fear of heights, this was incredibly difficult. With the man's encouragement, she finally jumped. The tree and the man's cushioning allowed Lucy to land safely. After a brief rest, they continued forward and soon came to another snowy mountain. The man spotted a cave ahead, perfect for warmth in these freezing conditions. But when he turned to call Lucy to hurry up, he saw something terrifying and immediately shouted at her. Lucy turned around to see an avalanche cascading down the mountain like a tsunami.